I think I know most of the people here, but I'm Allie, Casey's sister. I'm glad so many people were able to come out here to celebrate Casey and James this week. As Casey's younger sister, I've known her my entire life, although she wasn't exactly thrilled when I first arrived. But I'd like to think we've overcome her initial desire to get rid of me. And since then, I've gotten to know her pretty well. Looking at the life that she and James are building together, it's clear to see how the traits she has always had make them a great match. Casey has always had a knack for getting what she wants. Whenever we go out to eat, from childhood to now, she has a habit of suggesting what other people should order so that she doesn't have to choose. Luckily, James seems happy to fulfill Casey's requests. As some of you know, we reserved a handful of campsites for this wedding. What you may not know is that booking those sites was no easy task. The whole family was roped into the attempt. We were all ready at 8 a.m. each morning that a new site became available, and we all raced to get a reservation. As everyone kept reporting failures, James consistently got each reservation. Not only had he figured out that there was a 2-second lag on the booking site, but he was also using the atomic clock to time it perfectly. And as you know, we got those sites. Casey can also be spontaneous, or as others might call it, a little impatient, occasionally impulsive. Regardless, as kids, she would rarely make effective choices when arguing with our parents. I mean, am I wrong? I would take up her case if there was an angle for me, and our parents called me her lawyer. I've seen how Casey and James can be similar in this way. On a bike trip in Sicily, my mom sent us all a meme that said, there are 2 people in every relationship. Partner 1, okay, I have our passports, boarding passes, and car rental reservations. Partner 2, where are we going again? Casey and James can both be partner number 2. Something to work on, perhaps. The first night in Sicily, we stayed at an Airbnb, and the host made sure everyone had what they needed before we went to dinner and he went to bed. We got back from dinner late, only for Casey and James to discover that neither had thought to grab the key to their room. We had to wake the host up to prevent Casey and James from having to sleep in the hallway. What can I say? Even in a loving and supportive relationship like theirs, there's always room for growth. Casey and James really are great for each other, though. On that same Sicily trip, we were biking up a steep hill, and almost everyone was struggling. Not James, though, or John, for that matter. James whipped past all the other bikers up the hill, only to coast back down, turn around, and start pushing Casey and her bike up the hill while still riding his. And yes, Casey, I know you did most of the hard work on your own. Then, just a few months ago, I was leaving their house after dinner. As I got into my car, I was facing the front window and glimpsed James picking Casey up and carrying her to bed. I hope, James, that you will always have her back like that. James pushes Casey to challenge herself and grounds her when she gets overwhelmed. Together, they've built a life full of activity and adventure while maintaining a steady and constant home base to return to. I'm so excited to see where this next stage of life takes them. Here's to many more adventures, perfect timing, and helping each other up hills. I didn't bring a drink with me, but here's to Casey and James.